The human condition is to suffer, and you are, of course, still human. Enjoy Gotham's fresh air.
Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream. It is a random Sunday. I was gonna say random Sunday, random Wednesday live stream. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and run some of the new episode content, and we'll even get into a little bit of a topic about the latest news that'll be coming up for the upcoming Halloween party. Um, I should have a thread coming up in a few more hours. Been busy the past day or so, so I haven't got around to it yet. But I should have a thread later tonight about the Halloween party, when it should be, and it'll kind of give all the little details there. Because lo and behold, it's October, and October comes Halloween, so and that's the favorite time of year for me. So definitely looking forward to it. But I figure I'll just random queue up some content, and then we'll kind of just go from there. And I'll watch chat, and if you guys have anything to say or any questions, go ahead and let me know. Um, the first little tidbit of information I'll give early for the Halloween party. Some specifics that I do know is that it will be on October 27th of this year, and it will start at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you are on the West Coast, that will be 6 p.m. Pacific time. But if you're Eastern time like me, that'll be 9 p.m. at night. So October 27th, that should be a Sunday. I like to do it on the Sunday. I feel like it's a lot easier for people to do things on Sunday. I feel Saturdays can kind of be hectic, especially if it's coming right before a holiday. So that's kind of the idea I was thinking, and I usually do it on Sundays for the most part, the Sunday before or on the holiday. It just seems better for most people. So yeah, this will be our fourth annual Halloween party with the game. Myself and a bunch of my league mates and friends will usually help me put it on, and I'll usually award prizes throughout the whole thing. Uh, we will have a PvP contest. We will have 3 costume contests, and then if I have a few extra in-game items, I'll do another kind of spur of the moment contest here and there. But that's what we're going to mainly lead up to in terms of details, and let's just get into the content. So I'm just going to random queue for. I think we could do the alert and the raid. I'll just random queue those. Alright, let's do both of those. And do that. Alright, there we go. But yeah, welcome to the stream, and hang around if you want. I'll just be doing a little bit of gameplay and answering questions in chat, especially if you have any for the Halloween party. I'll share what details I can, or at least that I know of, and then we'll go from there.
Dog-sized parawutzes have poison ivy squirreled away somewhere in Oracle's clock tower. I'm gonna bust her out of there, and you're gonna help. Get me? Good. Don't let nothing stand in our way, okay? Not the Furies, not the birds of prey, not even hot dogs. Especially oh so delicious fun.
Oops.
You wanna take me on? Thought you were supposed to be smart, Harley.
Oh, I am smart. Also unhinged, immoral, frequently tardy, ooh, and violent.
Oh, that hurts. Ah! Now it's my minions. Get in here.
More
Time
goons
to
for me?
put my
Shouldn't
foot
have.
down.
Hades called Stomper. They want their action taught back.
get stomped.
Yeah, run off to grand goodness. You big stomper baby. We totally lost it. Ivy, is that you? Hang in there, Red. We're coming. Harley, we've got a parademon problem here. And plant monster. Maybe lend us a hand. Don't you worry, business. We got this.
This whole stair area is just it's just a nightmare to try to get up as like acrobats or like super speed.
Thanks for the assist, man. Plant monster. Right, Harley, we'll hold the line here. Get in there and save Ivy. Isn't Canary cute when she gets all heroic and leadery? It's freaking adorable. Don't you worry, Pamela. We got you. Are they using you to make these hellspores? It's okay, Eyes. We're gonna get you out of here. You hear me? We're gonna get you out.
They call me mad. You came here? Aren't you supposed to be smart?
Why does everybody keep asking me that? I got a degree in everything. I'm super smart. Fine, let's do this. Let's see what happens when mad meets crazy.
Baby, it tickles! Hey! Stop it! I said stop it! You ready to be a pincushion on mad swarm?
Hard pass. I could really go for a hot dog. We need help. Open the seed pod. The plant monsters will help us out. Don't attack the plants. They're on our side. Not quick enough. The spore is all corrupted.
Your victory means nothing. You'll never stop the subjugator.
Oh, we're gonna stop the subjugator. We're gonna stop it real good. Don't worry, Red. We'll get you out of there in a jiff.
We'll throw a few of these on. Not sure about the elite ones though. I don't I don't tend to like to pug those too much. So right now we're queuing raids and just kind of going through some of the new content. Just a little FYI, if you weren't here earlier on, the Halloween party, I will make a post on that. But the details that I can share immediately right now is that it will be on October 27th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And we should have a PvP contest and 3 style contests. And if I have any more sort of items to give out, then we'll probably be looking at a few more improv contests. But that is the general information there.
It's just ahead. Hecate and her ritual to destroy all of magic.
Remember, destroying all magic affects you as well, Circe.
Of course, that's why I've aligned with Earth's mightiest legends, even against my own patron.
You will halt! Wonder Woman, bear thy civil burn through your magic and return it to me, Hecate!
No! Magic belongs to the world! Oh, foolish Amazon! In a world without magic, Hecate's champion will reign supreme!
My champion, you will return your magic as well.
No! It's not fair! That power was mine!
You must defeat us! My might will overwhelm your defenses. I will trust that we are now fully aligned against this threat.
Vengeance will be ours together. I know just how to interrupt Hecate's ritual. Follow me.
Gotta lead Diana to the front. She got lost. Oh, that's funny. Looking around, I'm like, where's Diana? Alright.
My children, magic is too powerful for mortals. Its destruction is my responsibility and burden. Magic is a powerful tool, but its power belongs to the people.
We will rein you in, goddess.
My beautiful, willful children, you will try. Mortals of Earth, burn through your powers. Give them to me. Friends, you've been affected by Hecate. Fight your way out of her curse, out of your collective unconscious, and back to us. We cannot overpower you all. Tides ebb and flow.
You will be undone.
your convenience.
How could mortals overthrow my influence? Their strength comes from within.
And it would seem the goddess of magic is slipping. It's just the right time for a shove.
Oh no, you do not.
Brush off the gray dirt and hit us.
I warned you.
Vulnerable champion suffer.
Reclaim magic. Take shape and defend your mistress.
Oh no, you do not.
You are powerful for a show no mercy to Hecate's so-called champion.
I call forth the powers of those before my curse.
Not even I can defeat.
I'm not done yet.
You're powerful for a mortal.
You will not bring me down.
No. Looks like you could use an assistant.
Enough, my children. Despite a growing danger, I consent to leave magic as is.
Wait, embrace your love. Guide us through this danger. Or destroy the danger outright.
I cannot. It is a power beyond my reach, a power of dreams, a power that will change the world. All I can do is wish my children luck.
I hope we have not made a grave mistake.
The gods exaggerate. Today I was a power beyond her reach, and I will be again tomorrow.
Today Gotham, tomorrow the world. We stop Apocalypse here now.
Darkseid created Brimstone, so you can bet he's a nasty character. Take some backup if you plan on tackling, and maybe some pirates too.
And that update that's supposed to finish it off when you finish the mission off and when you finish Brimstone off isn't working. You still have to kill a few lava fiends. I forget who it was that said that they were going to update that, but looks like it has not been updated yet, or at least any fix that they did didn't stick. Not too much of a fan of having to get extra little ads after you've done the main objective, but you know, I guess they'll get around to it.
I gotta know, did you toast any marshmallows over Brimstone after you took him down? I know I would have.
Alright. Let's find the... should be over here. I don't think it's active yet. The convoy. No. It's not active yet. Oh, there we go. Trick is to get in front of this, throw some henchmen up, so you can drop all your stuff, and boom, done. And since it goes down so easily, I definitely feel it should come up just as quick. I don't know, I feel part of the system should recognize when there are a lot of people in a phase, and if there are more players that are attacking your asset, then probably it's wise to have that asset spawn a little quicker in response. But I guess not. It's like every 2 minutes, but those 2 minutes feel like they're 5 minutes. But yeah, I don't even think I have that mission. Wait, warp rally, because I don't think I have that mission. Yeah, I got the mission here. Well, I guess one more I gotta do.
We need to get out there and round up Hellspores before Darkseid's goons can deploy them. Time to get to work.
It took me so long to reorientate myself with this map, because even though this is a play on the Flashpoint Paradox open world, is basically the same thing. They just changed it around. Like let's go around the map here. So if you went, where is it? So we got the prison over here. So that means that if you went over here, the generals would be over here. There would be a square for the generals here. And then if you went, so if you pass this whole area and you go all the way down here, so you got like the different buildings, you got the clock tower over here. And if you go all the way over here to where this Darkseid symbol is, that's where you usually fight Doomsday in the Flashpoint Paradox area. So this is the area where Doomsday was. And then a few extra buildings. You had all the tall ones. I'm trying to see. Yeah, this map is actually smaller than the Paradox one, because you could actually go over on the side and kill the Paradox Reapers. This right here is where the Iceberg Lounge was. And here's actually proof. Iceberg Lounge. So, yeah, so it's just a map from Flashpoint that they repurposed. Oh, looks like Convoy's back up. Alright, should be this side. Let me get a few hits in. There we go. I love how you can kind of ride on it though. Alright. Yeah, so that's only 23 out of 100. I'm used to getting like 25. So I'm actually pretty surprised, but then at the same time, it's based on how many ads I guess you kill as well with the convoy. That could definitely be a big thing. Instead of it being like 4 times, I think it should only be like at most 2 times for getting credit to this. It shouldn't be more than 2 times. 3's kind of pushing it. They could have made a mechanic for your augments as well, to where, like, see, augments. They should have given a bonus to where it'll shave off 1 or 2 times of having to do the convoy. That would have been nice. But they didn't. So it's just, I don't see the convoy being spammed unless they add counter feats, which they probably will. But I don't see it being something that that anybody's willingly going to spam and replay. It just doesn't make sense. If anybody's going to replay anything, they're going to replay Brimstone. And then, of course, then they'll replay the next bounty that they put out. I'm guessing it's going to be Darkseid, because you have Darkseid's huge emblem there. It's probably Darkseid, and I wouldn't be surprised if he spawns out like Granny and Calabac again, or the Furies. It would be interesting if they ended up doing something with like Raven. Like if anybody who's played Gotham Wastelands, you know how like you fight. So I assume I'm talking to a lot of people who are going to be heroes, so I got to think of it as a hero stance. But say that you go and you try to fight the evil Raven, and then you see the Fatal 5 come out, they teleport out all together. It would be kind of crazy if they ended up doing that again, but it's Darkseid and he just spawns, you know, the Furies, Granny Goodness, Calabac, that sort of thing. Have them come out when he's like half health or whatever. That would be kind of, I mean, that'd be a pain to run as like a bounty if you don't have a big enough group, but it would be kind of cool just for the aesthetic, you know, like he's at half health, he decides to call upon his minions to help him, you know, and then when they're out, they put up a shield on him basically, and the only way you can get the shield down is if you burn them down, defeat them. So that might be kind of cool. Yeah, so that extra 2 definitely came from defeating the other ads. That's for sure. Well, a little more than that. So if it's 50, yeah, 55. So yeah, so that's an extra 7 from killing those ads. Because we were down 2, and then we're over 50. So 7 extra. So yeah, so definitely pays to be there and kill the ads. That'll definitely give you a little more credit. Because it made up for what I was missing, and now we're a little over 50. So and we are in phase 4. If anyone needs to run this as well, I just need 2 more convoys, so at least that would be half of what you would need. What's up, Libra? Welcome to the stream. He asks, what arts and loadout would you use for a boosted rage battle tank? I like the melee. I find that the melee moves have their cooldown doubled in tank roll, so I don't quite use the melee moves because they just take too much time to come off a cooldown. And almost every move in your loadout has to be a melee move, and you lose a lot of other like things that help you survive. So I don't do a melee build in terms of like the combos, I assume you're saying. What arts and loadout would you use? So I swap arts, but the main 3 that I run pretty much almost all the time for my battle tank is give me a sec here. Let me get these guys destroyed. Oh, there he is. I'm like, where did he go? Because I'll show you in a sec here. Alright. So one more and then I'm good to go. Okay, so for my battle tank, this is what I run. I run Scrap, Quizlet, and Red Tornado. And then I'll swap basically these 3. I'll swap Flute, Gemini, Mercy. Mercy when I want to take out pets. Flute when I want to set my supercharge. Gemini when I actually want to use my supercharge. And then I'll swap back to Tornado. And loadout, I run Severe Punishment, Channel Hate, Heat Vision, Eviscerating Chain, Redirect Rage, and Berserk. Berserk is a major part of your loadout. Everything runs through Berserk, and in turn, Berserk runs through the rats of the Flute artifact. So that's how I run it. I don't really use any of the melee. I don't use many of or any of the melee for my loadout, just because in DPS stance this is 3-second cooldown. In tank stance it is 6 seconds. That is way too long. Let's look at another one. Revenge, 6 seconds. Relentless Anger, that is 6 seconds, but I think that's always 6 seconds. Lacerate is the only one that's still on the lower side. It's 3 seconds. I'm trying to think of... There's one other one. I thought. I could be wrong. But yeah, so they just take too long for them to come off a cooldown. So it's not great in terms of trying to get damage off. You know, Eviscerating Chains is always 6 seconds. They don't want it to be super low so that you can cheese and be able to cancel too easily. Dreadful Blast, that was always 6 seconds. For Frenetic Bombardment, you could do that, but you can get juggled around a lot, which will cancel that combo. So they they are not able to cancel me as quickly with my heat vision and my channel hate because they both do a lot of single target damage. So this is a lot of single target, this build. Only time I get AoEs when Berserker's off. But channel hate and heat vision, they work off of the empowered channeling, which is big, so that they can't knock you out of that. You have a lot more control, and you get a defense buff while you're in a channel. So that's what I do, and that works out pretty well for me. This wasn't even a build I had meant for doing other content. It was something I did out of necessity when, whether I played late at night or certain zones were dead and I wasn't going to get a lot of people to do certain bounties. I could just take it upon myself to solo the bounty. So it was quote-unquote my bounty soloing loadout that has evolved over time with different artifacts. And then, just to go into it with allies, I also run corpse combo, or core combo, because when you use eviscerating chain and you go into that combo, that counts. So you get a buff off of that. That's very good, and it's not really anything extra you have to do. And then Don't Weaken by Queen Diana. You get 1.2% might per nearby group member when you use Breakout. It also works on pets, so it's not even by nearby group member. It works off of group members, but also off of pets. So if I have a pet or two out, or 5 pets out, me because like the henchmen and all that, and I break out, I'm getting a crap ton of damage. And they, the bosses will juggle you enough where this is a constant buff. I can have this going off every single time I break out. There is no cooldown on this. So, I mean, it won't stack on top of itself, but you can basically every time you break out, it'll just, keep coming. And of course, Kneel Before Zod. This gives you a little bit of AoE damage. When he does his heat vision beam, it explodes at the end. So it's like having an ally that does, well, basically an ally that does amplified heat vision. And he is one of the harder hitting allies. And for that reason, because of that last splash damage, and because he hits harder on bosses, that makes it worthwhile for me. So that's why I run what I run. Sorry if it's a little a little long of an explanation, but that's why I do what I do. Cause I could see combos being too OP if their cooldown was too low. So I could see why the devs don't do that, why they don't allow that. So yeah, combo cooldowns are doubled in tank role. Just so that tanks aren't able to efficiently use them to a point to where it could be spammed. And I think they partially also do that because a lot of those combos can help you cancel your rage crash, and that can be a problem. So that's why I think that's another reason why they chose not to do that. So it would give you more freedom of what power you want to use to cancel, but then at the same time you're restricted in what you can use for a tank in terms of like damage abilities. Honestly I don't think they were thinking that far out in terms of battle tanks, or they weren't interested in trying to allow that sort of play style, and that's why it turned out the way it was.
Who talking here? I heard someone talking.
What's up, War?
What's up?
I just totally forgot I was in League chat the whole time. I'm streaming right now. You're on stream, yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, who the fuck you I thought you were talking to War this whole time. I just joined chat.
My bad. Give me a sec.
I figured,
I'll switch
oh,
to
you
my
did.
channel.
I just figured I'd wait. I was like, yeah, maybe War's just hanging around.
Here, let me set your voice volume just a tad down. But yeah, no, we're just running the content, and it was answering someone's question on battle tanking. And I told them not a lot of the melee abilities you can't run like a whole bunch in succession because they have such high cooldowns. So
yeah, your
Exactly.
yeah,
Especially
it's
rage.
hard for rage.
yeah, yeah.
Do you guys need
Don't
to
forget
run
to- I'm about to do the alert. If you guys wanna run it.
I need it.
Yeah, Libra. Yeah, this build is a lot of single target. And yes, it doesn't have really a pull. I mean, technically, the only pull it has is E-Chain. But if you're close enough to ads and you're using abilities while in tank role, you will automatically taunt enemies. It's just if you want to get them in a certain area or get them to a certain area of the room, that's where you're going to have some trouble because then you have to kind of depend on them to slow walk their way over, or at least best case scenario they lunge you or whatever.
Do you need the alert icon?
I just did it, but let's do it again. Yeah, that's fine. Works for
What
me.
role are you gonna do?
Whatever you want me to do. Works for me. Yeah, we
If you
just
battle tank, I guess I'll jump on my healer.
okay.
Gonna heal.
That
I mean, I
works.
can heal our DPS right now. I mean, I'll battle heal if anything.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter for me as long as the heals are pretty good. I don't care.
I'll
Yeah,
swap.
up to you,
I'll
War.
swap.
Up to you.
I'll swap. I'll swap to
Yeah.
my healer.
'Cause-
Because it'd be hard
yeah.
to find tanks
Yeah.
when I run that shit.
Yeah, Libra. What I end up doing is see what I do right here. I'll do like a rifle lunge, and so usually I'll just switch targets and do a rifle lunge, and that stops them from attacking group members. That's what I'll do every so often. But for the most part, if you're aggroing, they will just hit you. They may not be right by you, so you won't have that control to where they're all in a nice little pile. But if you're running your powers, they should automatically be taunted when you're in tank role. So when you use powers in tank role, you will automatically taunt everything that's around you. So you'll have a lack of control of bringing them to you, but since you're in that role and you're using powers, you'll automatically taunt them all to you. So they will all run up to you at some point, or they will, if they're ranged, they will all start to attack you. So they won't attack your group members as long as you're using power abilities in tank role. But if you want a little more control, that rifle lunge does so much, and you can spam it. You can spam that over and over. So I could switch from one target to another, and it knocks them up in the air, and then they drop to the ground. So it takes them a while to recover. That's how I do it. So I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. This isn't easy for somebody who's not used to running just tank in general. I hate to say it, this build is for players who are kind of bored of their tank role and they want to do something extra, and they're a veteran of the game and they know their tank role inside and out. I wouldn't recommend this to somebody who's just beginning or has been with the game and they're just picking up a tank character and testing the waters. This isn't a role. I mean, this isn't a build I would offer just because, if they don't know what they're quite doing, then it's going to be detrimental to the group. So it's not something I readily just recommend. But if there are players that want to do a little extra and they're not satisfied with just being a damage sponge, then this is kind of the build for them.
Darkside's gonna be mighty grumpy when he hears the news.
You know, because everybody's got to start out somewhere, but I think this is probably not the best loadout to start out with if you're just getting the hang of tanking. At that point, I would say learn the best you can within just regular tanking as a role, and then later on, once you definitely get the feel for it, then you can explore things like that. And by that time, you'll already have things in your tool belt. You know what you can do and what you can't get away with. It's all about knowing your limits, knowing your boundaries. I know what I can and cannot run this in. Like this alert, for me, this is like a 50-50. If I'm running with my league, for the most part, it's going to be a 100%. I can run this quite comfortably with most of my league mates because you know, the healers are usually pretty good. So all that high damage I'll take won't be that bad. But if, like, I wouldn't run this with a pug group because I don't think it would be fair to them. It would be a lot of stress on their healer. I wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be fair to them. So it's little things like that you have to consider. Because bounty bosses do a lot less damage than like an elite boss. So I guess that's sort of a disclaimer I would throw out there. See? I kind of just rifle lunged him. Like, right there. And I mean, we have Mr. War Machine over here on his water healer. Those shields are going to be extremely strong. So even if your group is getting a little bit of stray damage, it's not going to be a real problem for the group. Water's just OP when it comes to shields. I've had people talk about like how healer is important about how much healing you can get off. I think that is only true to a certain point, but why heal it if you can prevent it? I find that so much more important. One thing that I've noticed that is not working correctly, that I do see sometimes, is that the red dot on the floor doesn't show up. Yep. Well, that actually came up that time, to be fair. Alright, she's retreating.
This isn't over, clown.
Yeah, you have a good one, Libra.
Next time, you're gonna get stomped.
Yeah, run off to Granny Goodness. You big stompy piggy. Totally right. Hi, is that you? Hang in there, Red. We're coming. Harley, we've got a freezing problem here. And wet monsters. Maybe kind of... Don't you worry. They got that.
Less talking, more fighting.
Yammer.
Right. Harley, we'll hold the line here. Get in there and save Ivy.
Isn't Canary cute when she gets all heroic and leadery? It's freaking adorable.
Don't you worry, Pamela. We got you. Are they using you to make these hellspores? It's okay, Ives. We're gonna get you out of here. You hear me? We're gonna get you out.
They call me mad. You came here? Aren't you supposed to be smart?
Why does everybody keep asking me that? I got a degree in everything. I'm super smart. Fine, let's do this. Let's see what happens when mad meets crazy.
I could really go for a hot dog.
like how she just lunged across the entire room and then just turned around and one-shot me with a fucking range on it.
Who, Stompa?
Yeah.
She did that charge, didn't she?
She charged, and then from across the room, I just saw her turn around, just use like her fucking range, like breakthrough attack, and just one-shot.
Good lord.
Like, hey, you might have dodged my fucking lunge, but fuck you. That almost caught me too. I'm honestly surprised I didn't hit me.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna stop the subjugator. We're gonna stop it real good.
Damn, I died, man. She got me in here with that stump smash, yo.
Oh.
I think she stump smash iconic and I got a hit from it. That's what
I
happened.
was sitting in that corner and I tried to dodge roll out, and I was like, then it's gonna hit me, and I just see you go for it. I was like, oh shit, we're good.
Goose, boys, or something like poison with a Z, or plantina. Not on my watch.
That's
That shit was
funny.
invisible on my screen, man. What the frick?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I could not see any of the animations. None of the reds. So I just run around. You see all this fast shit from you guys? I could not see the red shit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Could not see any of the reds. So I don't know what the hell it was in. It was all good though. Good run.
Yeah.
You see that board there? Them iconic burn there, yo. Okay,
Yep.
iconic, I see you. I see you.
Gotta get my fucking.
Yeah, it's still only still only 447.
Dude, oh my god, on Heroes, I was running my my battle healer, and my battle healer is a 440, and I'm sticking with people who are 450 something.
Oh, that's insane. I really was when I didn't know until they had a patch on it, but apparently the what is it? The buff for hitting parademons, like you do more damage to them. Like they said that buff was stronger than it was supposed to be. Somehow I guess it was proccing differently and giving extra damage. And like I was 444 keeping up with people that were like 458, and I'm like, how? Like,
is that,
yeah.
That's the second to last rank, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I just got that on Twitch.
Yeah. I did what War Machine did on his one video to get ready, and I ended up having eight of those old augments. I had built 8 of them up just through the experience and
oh yeah, it's so easy too, especially I don't know if you play alts. I see you on this one all the time.
Yeah.
Especially if you only have one account, you just mass those out so hard.
Yeah. So I just had gotten a bunch out the broker for like super cheap, put them into all those augments. So I put 4 augments into each of the new ones, and basically like it maxed both of them out.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then yeah.
I got 2 of them to 20 on Twitch without spending anything in this DLC.
Yeah. So, so you just use your money in game to get the exabytes, or just kind of any extra that your characters has over the time of the DLC, and then you build up just a few. You just stash the experience in there, and then all you need is a catalyst to build it up. So I had it built up by the second day, like fully built up. So it was well worth the not having to spend on the XP, because that would have definitely been a lot more costly, or I'd have to wait on like getting the XP from the actual episode, and that kind of takes a while. So, but yeah, it worked out pretty good. Well, you guys let me know if you want to run the raid. I'm going to go ahead and pop into my chat like I probably should have when I started off. If you guys need me, just hit me up.
Alright.
No Alright.
Problem. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey SSN, welcome to chat. I figure I'm going to go ahead and I'll run one more piece of content and then I think I'll call it a day. I will go over a brief subject for those who didn't hear about it because I did talk about it earlier on in the stream. But just a few sparse details for the Halloween party that is coming up in game that I am hosting. The final date that I have picked for it is October 27th, which is the Sunday, and it will be held at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're West Coast, that will be 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. But yeah, so it'll be October 27th. We will have a PvP contest and 3 planned contests, and then if I'll dig around on my character, see what other cool stuff I have, and then I may make some more contests depending on what sort of prizes I have left. So, but that's kind of the general idea of kind of the general outlines. I'll have a thread and a post going up pretty soon, so just keep an eye out for that so that you're well informed, and then we'll kind of go from there. So I figure we'll take down our big fire buddy over here one last time, and then I think that's it for the stream today. I think that'll work pretty good. So if you need brimstone, this is a good time to get your bounty ran if you haven't run it yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. already got it on. Alright, well, it looks like we've come to the end of our stream. I will see you all in the next one. So, keep your ears peeled, because info should be coming down later tonight or early tomorrow. Really shooting for later tonight. I'll see y'all. Laters.